All right. All right. Math 3, we're still on scientific notation. Okay, that's what this week is going to be about. So it's a fairly easy week for you guys before we get into the polynomials and everything else. So take advantage of this and do real well on this because these are easy points. Remember, in scientific notation, you put it as always one number in front of the decimal point. So if I have a number of 186,000, my one number would be right here. I put 1.86, and then I just count over how many times I go over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1.86 times 10 to the 5th. So once again, it's one number in front, 1.86. Okay, you're not doing a whole lot of multiplying everything the first few days. You're just moving the decimal point. So 1.86, and then you just count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's to the power of 10. So I have 320. The one number is 3. 3.2. Then I count over 1, 2, I put 10 to the second. So it's 3.2 times 10 to the second. Now if there's a decimal point in front, then we go the other way. One number in front, that's the 7. 7.96. And then how many did I move over? 1, 2, 3, and that would be a negative third. So when you have a negative number with a decimal in front, you're always going to have a negative number. So, once again, I have the negative. Now, on the other part of it, they're going to say go from scientific notation to the other number. So I have 3.28. So I move it 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. That gives me 3280. Okay? 2.17 times 10 to the 6th. I move this decimal over spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And that's the number I write. Okay? If it's a negative number, I write 5.8, and then I move it over 3 spots. 1, 2, 3, and I put zeros in here, so it's 0.0058. Okay? That's on your first page. That is on page 119, and on workbook 48, you're doing basically the same thing. Okay? You're writing it as scientific notation. You're writing it with one number in front, 2.99, and then we're moving it over 1, 2, 3, 4 times 10 to the 4th. Okay? If it's the other way, we write the one number in front, 7, and then we move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 times 10 to the negative 4th. That's workbook 48. Now, on the next 2 assignments, you're multiplying or dividing your exponents. So I just put 1.4 times 10 to the 3rd in my calculator times 6.3 times 10 to the negative 4th in my calculator, and I come up with 0.00174. And they say write my answer in scientific notation, so I have to put one number in front of it, 1, and then I move it over 1, 2, 3. So this was my answer. Okay? To put this in your calculator, you would put 1.4 caret 10 to the 3rd times 6.3, 10 to the negative 4th. Okay? If I'm dividing, I put 6.8 times 10 to the 2nd divided by 3.4, 10 to the 6th, and I come up with 0.0299. Okay, I want one number in front of the decimal point, and I move it over 2. So my answer is 2.99 times 10 to the negative 2nd. Okay, that's all you're doing, and then you got a worksheet that does the same thing. Okay, now keep in mind, if I've got 2.34 times 10 to the 7th times 3.6 times 10 to the negative 4th divided by 2.9 times 10 to the 7th. Okay, I have to put this in there first, find an answer. Then once I find that answer, I can divide it by this. Okay? So once again, if you're doing it on your calculator, you can't put it in as 2.34 times 10 to the 7th times 3.6 times 10 to the negative 4th divided by 2.9 times 10 to the 7th. Because it'll divide this by this. So you have to take this times this, find an answer, then divide by that. Okay? That's the only added step on the last day. Okay? If you have any questions or comments, give me a call, and I will talk to you next week about chemistry and biology, and I will talk to you the following week about math. Take care.